Hi guys, Grace here. Hope you're doing well. This is just a quick video to talk about some key events that have been happening recently in our world today. Significant prophetic events. And this shouldn't take us by surprise the way things are moving, because we are told by the prophet of the Lord that the final movements will be rapid ones. Now, it was in 2013 Pope Francis came into power as the new pope, and he has almost overnight changed how the world views the papacy. I mean, he was made Man of the Year in Time magazine. He was invited by Congress to come and speak. I mean, that is a significant event in itself. Many of us have seen Doug Batchelor's commentary on the video where he speaks about Tony Palmer calling for so-called Protestants to come back and unite with the papacy, and then you have the papacy extending his hand, as unity. We see the leaders from the Middle East, Palestine, Israel, coming to meet the Pope, and they're talking about this world peace.
At an evening service in the Vatican Gardens, the Pope appeals to Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas and Israeli President Shimon Peres to give peace a chance.
Per fare la pace.
Peacemaking calls for courage, much more so than warfare. It calls for the courage to say yes to encounter and no to conflict, yes to dialogue and no to violence, yes to negotiations and no to hostilities. All of this takes courage. It takes strength and tenacity.
Peres spoke of a life defined by war and peace.
Dear friends, I was young. Now I'm old. I experienced war. I tasted peace. Never will I forget the bereaved families, parents and children who paid the cost of war. And all my life I shall never stop to act for peace.
Abbas appealed to God.
O Lord, bring comprehensive and just peace to our country and region so that our people and the peoples of the Middle East and the whole world would enjoy the fruit of peace, stability, and coexistence.
While the Vatican has played down any expectations that the meeting will solve the region's problems, it delivered what it promised, a, quote, pause from politics and a chance to find common ground.
Now, what makes this even more interesting is that America tried to unite these parties in peace talks and it failed. Yet the papacy is able to unite them. So again, that's telling us a lot. And more significantly, we see the Pope now calling for all to honour Sunday, as a day of rest. And this is something all the popes have been calling for, this one world religion. We see it in John Paul II, where he speaks of this one world order.
A new world order, a civilization of love can be achieved. May God guide us and bless us as we strive to walk together hand in hand and build together a world of peace.
We see in Benedict, when he was also calling for this new financial order,
Pope Benedict XVI is calling for a new world financial order,
as well as for Sunday to be kept holy and honored by all.
Man, as the image of God, is also called to rest and to celebrate. The account of creation concludes with these words, "And on the seventh day, God finished his work which we had done, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which we had done." So God blessed the Sabbath.
And now we see it in Pope Francis calling for all to honour Sunday. And now everyone is talking about it, even in the news, and many desiring this union.
Your relationships and your friends and your family, and obviously praising the Lord. And he says, you know what, is working on Sundays true freedom? And basically says, you know, all of this hard work that people are doing on the weekends, on Sundays, is having a negative impact on their lives.
It's so easy to let just work seep in. I mean, if you're home on the weekend and you have, you know, job Monday through Friday, and I'm just going to get some work done, I'm going to go down to my office, do some work, I'm going to get this done. But you don't realize then what it's taking away from that day of rest, that day of family, and that hour, that 2 hours just starts to snowball, and I think he has a great point.
Yeah,
well, of course he does. I mean, Judaism takes this very seriously. Orthodox Jews do not mess around, and I admire this so much, about the Sabbath. Mm-hmm. And again, you see this in the Old and New Testaments. Keep the Sabbath holy. Don't work. It's almost like people, it's baked in, have always had this temptation to let work crowd out all the other things that matter. Family, faith. And they have to be told again and again, knock it off, don't work. It's interesting. You think people are lazy, but they work too much.
And it's so cool when you see businesses like Chick-fil-A on this fried chicken national holiday of today, that they are not open on Sundays, and a lot of people give them business on the other 6 days of the week because they believe in that policy as well. But when you're driving around and you're on a road trip on a Sunday and you see the lights are dark, yeah, they're closed on Sunday. They are still closed on Sunday.
One of the few companies.
Because disappointed.
Well, we talked about this during the holidays.
Now, friends, this is so significant because this is something we as Adventists have been preaching about for over 150 years, about the papacy coming back into power. A time when the papacy was seen as nothing back then. You know, we were talking about it and many saw us as alarmists, but now we see it actually coming together as spoken of by the Bible, as spoken of by Ellen White, who many believe was a crazy, deluded lady. Yet many of the things that she speaks about is now coming to fulfillment. So I hope you can see, friends, that we don't have no time left. I mean, the war is on. I see it in my life and in my experience. I see it in my friends. I see it in the church. I see it everywhere, that there is a significant spiritual battle going on. And many of us are sleeping. This is a time where we really should be preparing to get out of the city and putting our all into the work. But yet many of us are caught up in silly, foolish things, showing that we don't believe the word of the Lord, showing that we don't believe that a crisis is coming upon us, the greatest crisis that has ever been seen upon this earth's history, a severe time of persecution. And we need to ask ourselves, what are we doing? What am I doing? I am grieved when I see what is happening with our people today and what's being preached in the church today. So we need to start getting ready.